Here is my match week 5 Premier League predictions. Starting off, we have Liverpool versus Everton. Now, first Merseyside derby of the season is happening at Anfield. Looking at Liverpool right now, I mean, they've just won in the 92nd minute against Atletico Madrid. And, they keep scoring late goals to get them the win. But it's Everton, who have been playing quite good so far this season. Under David Moyes, I think Jack Grealish has been playing quite well in particular. He's got the first Premier League player of the month for the season. So, do I think he will be helping Everton to nick 3 points at Anfield? I don't. Really, I think Liverpool are going to win this. It will probably be another late goal to get them over the line. I'm going to say Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Then we have Brighton versus Tottenham. Now, Tottenham just had a big win against West Ham, 3-0 at the London Stadium. Okay, it's the Brighton who have just lost at the Vitality Stadium against Bournemouth, 2-1. So, statistically, you'd look at that and think, well, Tottenham should win that then. They're coming in off a big win. I'm pretty sure they might be higher than Brighton in the table. I think so, at least. Then, however, you look at a few times in the past when Tottenham have played Brighton at the Amex, generally, Brighton seem to do alright against Tottenham. And I think they will get over the line against Tottenham this time. I think this is going to be Brighton 1, Tottenham 0. Then we have Burnley versus Nottingham Forest. Now Burnley defended really well for so long against Liverpool, only conceding in the last 30 seconds thanks to a penalty. So that could generally help them when they face off against Forest, who have just got Ange Postecoglou in. They lost their first game in season 3, or first game under Postecoglou, 3-0 at the Emirates. However, Arsenal is a lot harder of a team to go to as opposed to Burnley. So, what do I think will happen with Burnley? Do I think they'll get the win, or do I think Forest might actually get a win? I think Postecoglou is going to win his first win at his time in Nottingham Forest. I think it's going to be Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Then we have West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Now, West Ham have not been good at all so far this season. They got the 1-3-0 win away against Nottingham Forest. But you look at all their games at home, 5-1 loss to Chelsea and 3-0 loss to Tottenham. Not good enough. Compare this to Palace, who got a draw against Chelsea in their first game. And then in their last game, Palace drew 0-0 with Sunderland. So, which way around I think this is going to go? Well, look at the records between these two teams at London Stadium recently. It has been fairly even. Palace wins some, West Ham wins some. But this time I'm going to lean it towards Crystal Palace. I think this is going to be West Ham 0, Crystal Palace 2. Then we have Wolves versus Leeds. Now, how do I see these two teams playing out? Well, Leeds at home have had some decent record, but away from home they're not particularly playing as well. Credit to Wolves, who are yet to even get a point this season, but they did get a win in the Carabao Cup against West Ham when they played off. So, how do I see this one going? Well, I see it going in Wolves' favour. I think they'll get a scrappy 1-0 win, get it over the line. I think this will be Wolves 1, Leeds United 0. Then we have Manchester United versus Chelsea. Now, Man United just been beat 3-0 by Man City at the Etihad. They were not good enough at all in that game. And you compare that to Chelsea, who just been beat 3-1 by Bayern Munich in the Champions League. I didn't watch it, but I probably can assume Chelsea weren't very good that game. I know Chalobah put the ball in his own net during that time as well. However, do I think Chelsea could actually win at Old Trafford and bounce back? Or do I think Man United will win at home and bounce back from their 3-0 loss to City? Well, I'm leaning in Chelsea's favour. I think this is going to be Man United 0, Chelsea 2. Then we have Fulham versus Brentford, two West London teams. Where do I see this going? Well, I think Fulham started the season a lot stronger than Brentford. However, Brentford did win the Carabao Cup midweek against Aston Villa on penalties. So, do I think that could be a bit of momentum pushing Brentford over the line? However, this game is played at Craven Cottage, and I think that will ultimately be a big factor to helping Fulham get the 3 points. I'm thinking Fulham 1, Brentford 0. Then we have Bournemouth versus Newcastle, the furthest two teams in the Premier League. Now, Bournemouth started the season alright, despite losing a lot of key players. But to Newcastle, who have been struggling a bit this season. However, they've got Nick Voltemade in now, finally got a striker, and it showed with him putting the ball in the net on his debut. Now, they are away from home, and I don't think Newcastle have scored an away goal yet this season. However, I think they will get one this time, but will it be enough to get the 3 points? I'm not so sure. I think it'll be Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 1. Then we have Sunderland versus Aston Villa. Who do I see winning this? Well, Sunderland have started the season quite strong, probably stronger than a lot of people thought they would do. Compared to Villa, have been weaker than everyone thought. So, do I think Sunderland might actually be able to win against Aston Villa? I don't. But do I think they're going to be entirely battered by them? No. I think Sunderland are going to get a point out of this. I'm going to say Sunderland 2, Aston Villa 2. Then we get on to the final one of the week. We have Arsenal versus Manchester City. Who do I see getting a win? Well, I think it is going to be a tight game. This game was played at the Emirates. We know last time at the Emirates, it was Arsenal 5, Man City 1. However, at the Etihad, we know Man City did get that late equaliser, and Haaland threw the football at Gabriel's head, said stay humble, all kicked off. But now, this season, Arsenal have got their striker. Do I think this could push them even more? Or do I think City's turn of fortune slightly might help them? When I say turn of fortune, I mean they've been playing not as bad as they were when they got beat 5-1. So, all way I'm going to go, I think Arsenal are going to win it. I don't think it'll be an easy win. I think they'll have to really work hard for it. I think they will get over the line and get a win actually. I'm going to say Arsenal 2, Man City 1. So there's my predictions for this game week. Let me know yours in the comments below.